Welcome to the live stream. How many peeps we got? We got 10 people watching, it looks like. 8 or 10, depending on which thing I look at. Yeah, oh, now it says 10. Okay. So let me see if I can't get, I got this up on another screen here. I need to skip the ad so I can, well, I guess I didn't have to skip the ad. Oh, well. So, oops. We are in San Diego, and I was actually in the process of hooking up to my load when I had to start the live stream. And so let me just finish that, and I'll give you some details. This is going to be a long run, and it is a military cargo, which is kind of what we're doing these days, a lot of.
Come on, there's a job to do.
Now there's an interesting vehicle. One of these special forces fast movers of some type. Yep. So, here's the deal. We are in San Diego. It is 5:30 a.m. We're taking this load, whatever this thing is, up to the Dalles in Oregon. So we're going to roll up I-5 all the way up to Weed, California, which is right here. And we're going to take US 97 to Klamath Falls, Bend, Oregon, and the Dalles. And that will be our delivery. And this run is 1,032 miles. This will take a minute. But there's an awful lot of freeway driving. There is one thing I want to check in my options before I get rolling. Under gameplay, I want to make sure I don't have, I got detours, random road events, and rain turned down. So, yeah, I believe that is it. We are good to go. Once again, welcome to the live stream. I'm Boomer, your host, and we are going to head on down the road. We've got full fuel. We've got a whole day of driving on our clock. We are ready to go. Oh, except for one teensy little thing that I forgot to do now, but did last Saturday. Do a little bit of route planning. I mean, the route is planned out. Let me get out here past the security shack.
Turn left.
Since the whole route is 1,032 miles, and it's really just going to take 2 days. I forgot to check. Let me see. When does it have to be there? Right now it is... What is it today? Friday. 5:30 a.m. Friday. It needs to be there tomorrow evening. So, 2 days. So, I want to plan a overnight rest stop over halfway. So about 550 to 560 miles. So let's see. There is a truck stop here. I don't know about if I want that. Let's see how far this rest area is. 719. That's not going to cut it. Plus, we'll be having to drive slower tomorrow because the today it's 55 mile an hour in California, so it's actually 60 to 65 or 55 to 60 on the Oregon highways. So let's see what if we stop here? 550 miles. That's it, just north of Sacramento. We'll stop there, or at least we'll plan on that. Okay,
Let's go.
let's go.
We have Trucker King,
Turn
Diane Lyons, Trip J, Dice Trucking, Michael Brewer, Tetra, Adam, JJ Man, in so far.
Welcome everyone. Glad you made it. You know, this might be a good time if you like to watch the stream and you haven't commented before. Give yourself a shout out in the comments. Let people know who you are, how long you've been watching, things like that. Don't be a lurker. Well, you can be a lurker if you want, but come out of the shadows.
JJ Man, I was the lurker for a while, I'm not gonna lie.
But you're oh, I just popped out of the game. Good thing I was going straight and slow. But you're a lurker no more, JJ. Oh, that didn't work out well for me.
Family Hilly is in again.
Aha, welcome.
Hoping I'm saying that right.
That's my recollection. Millie or Hilly?
Hillie.
Aha. That's how I would pronounce it. I think that's how I did pronounce it last weekend.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
Well, I hope I'm not going to have a problem with the game dumping that back to the desktop.
Well, so Trucker King, not sure how long I've been watching you, but we're going to guess a few months at least.
Seems that way.
Okay, not from the start, almost, I think.
Go straight.
I want to check the map real quick. Well, I'll do it later.
Get ready to turn right.
Okay.
One of the family says they've been watching it for about 3 months
Turn
now.
right.
Well, that's quite a while, considering that I think I did my first live stream in March. I'm going to...
What?
Okay, yep. Oh, we're going up I. That's right, I-5. Never mind. Hey, there's a coffee. Trucker King. Coffee is right. Thank you. And I that means a lot because I know Trucker King is actually saving for a new computer. So we can get serious with this.
Diane says you've been watching for a week. Dice tracking me too.
And didn't Diane? I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Osorio for about 6 or 7 minutes. He plays ETS.
I almost did an ETS live stream today. I got some things I want to do. Diane, didn't she just join the Discord?
I believe so.
You see that highway patrol car hiding in the, off to the side there? Good thing I wasn't speeding like I am now.
Yeah, she did. She said, yes, I did.
Cool. Well, welcome to the Discord. I think I may have said that even. XLT Gaming, thank you. Every time I drive in I-5 and ATS, I get sleepies.
So relaxing. No, the driver character does not talk Tetra. Just the DPS does in game.
Right. So that's what you hear telling me, slow down. That's actually one of the voices.
Keep left.
Yeah, Sugar King can't wait for you to join us as well.
Yeah.
Yep, I can't be able to join you. I'm really looking forward to it.
So are we. Trucker King is in the Discord as the Coffee King. Because he has bought so many coffees for Boomer.
Keep left.
And not just Boomer.
I was getting ready to say that.
And by the way, that disconjointed voice you hear, that is Solar Kraken, the admin of my Discord server. And he is in here moderating the YouTube chat today. So I would like to thank him for doing that. Wish we could do something about these speed limits. 55 mile an hour is the California truck speed.
Yeah, I was asking, why does California have a 55 mile an hour limit?
Don't get me started on that. It's crazy. Oh, you gotta get over.
Yeah, you could say some people. I'm from California originally, born there. Won't go back, but some people call California kind of a communist country.
An authoritarian state.
Yeah, there you
State
go.
government. And the issue is, it's about their interpretation of fuel economy. And 55 is not a good speed for a lot of trucks. They're optimized for 60 to 65. You know, 62 to 65 actually. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. That's also why in California, look at this trailer that's coming. I don't know if you can see it over there on the left. It's got side skirts down below. That is absolutely required in California for van trailers. And the theory there is, I mean, it's not completely wrong, but it helps with aerodynamics a little bit. But the cost factor to have those retroactively installed, or the cost that it adds to a new trailer, I think is not cost effective for the fuel savings that you get, except right now with fuel costs through the roof. But they're a little overzealous on their eco whatever. I'm trying to think of the right word. I don't want to get into politics, but
Well, California's been like that for a long time. You know,
yeah.
the smog emissions that everybody has to apply by the now or whatever.
Right. Now, I actually have to say that California air is a lot cleaner now than it was 35, 40 years ago
80s, yeah.
because of that. So, it's a good thing, and the result is a good thing. You got cleaner air, you got less. I mean, the first few times that I went to first few years that I drove to California when I lived in Southern Nevada, by the time you got down out of the mountains and into the valley, you could taste the metallic taste in your mouth, and sometimes even your eyes could burn, and that's almost it's not non-existent, but it's very minor now. And when the pandemic first started in early 2020, I was still working, and I was not driving truck, but I would occasionally have to go to California, and wow, was the air clean, because there was almost nobody on the roads.
Yeah, I mean, like back in the 70s and 80s one night, I mean, you go over at Los Angeles, you just see a haze, like fog constantly over the
Right.
city.
Yeah, Denver was like that too in 78, 79 when I got there. Hey, Ed Kindred, thanks for the coffee, man.
Hey, thanks, Ed.
Left.
Yeah, it was really bad in most major cities, and the whole LA area was so bad, all the way to the whole Inland Empire, all the way to like Mira Loma, San Bernardino, all that area. So some of that stuff has helped, and I'm glad. It's just they go a little overboard at times.
The way they got there, though, was kind of a...
Right. And even now, there's a big protest going on. The port of Oakland is blocked right now by truckers because of the new law that was passed and is now in effect, that's barring drivers from being independent contractors and signing on with companies. The state is trying to force people to be an employee, and people don't want to be an employee. They want to be an independent. They're meddling in things they got no business meddling in. Okay, see, now I've gotten started. I need to stop because this is not where I need to go.
Oh, you mean California just passed that law?
It was passed into law a year ago or sometime last year. It went into effect kind of, I don't know if it was recently, but there's been some court cases fighting it. So, like Uber drivers and Lyft drivers who are independent non-employees for Uber and Lyft, they're being, if I understand correctly, they're being forced to be employees of Uber and Lyft, which means that Uber and Lyft have to pay them benefits, and I mean, they're interfering with what people want to do for themselves.
Yeah.
I've been an Uber and Lyft driver. I didn't want to be an employee. Now, this was in Nevada, so it didn't affect me. But I don't want the state government coming in and telling me what I have to do when I'm just a gig employee. I chose when I would work. And you can't do that necessarily when you're an employee.
Yeah, because, I mean, people don't want to... The whole reason why a lot of people do that kind of job is because they don't want a boss. They want to work their schedule so they can work around their life.
Right. They want to be their own boss and choose the hours that they work. And the authoritarians in the state government in California say, no, you have to be an employee. Well, that's why tens of thousands of people have left the state. I mean, that's just one of the reasons why. Okay, still getting into that stuff.
My bad.
Yeah, me too.
Keep left.
Good thing this is a light load, or I'd have been barreling down this road without my engine brake on. I do like California, the scenery here, and the whole state, outside of the cities.
Keep right, and then turn right.
It is a beautiful scenic state.
Turn right.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
And it's so big. I mean, it really takes. We're coming from San Diego, and we're headed all the way up to Oregon, and we're not even going to get to the state today. Oh, Western Express. I'm just going to have to go around you.
he's hauling something called a Jackal, one of the military loads, kind of like a special forces vehicle.
Oh yeah, MWMIK Jackal, 14,000 pounds, 7 tons. Now, all of this right here is part of the Big Valley. It extends from Grapevine, which we came down, the Grapevine Hill, extends from there all the way up to, I don't know, this side of Redding. And we won't even get that far today. Remember that TV show, The Big Valley? Well, that was in the show was based up somewhere near Sacramento, Stockton area, which is pretty far north of here. And in fact, it's north of Sacramento that we're stopping for the day, and that was 550 miles from where we left off, or where we started this morning. Let's take a look at this in pass-by or flyby mode. Well, I wasn't expecting that.
You Viking do a pretty good job driving out of the camera like that. I mean, I'd have run that Camaro off the road.
Well, it helps that it was a straight line.
Finding new route.
Alex Roshka, Ace the Driver 2, and Bedrock in the chat as well now.
Welcome, guys.
Sorry, Alex, if I butchered your last name.
Yeah, I always do too. £50,777 is our gross weight.
Yeah, not a super heavy load this time.
No. Not like that last one. Oh, we just recorded a convoy session that was over 3 hours long. I'm a little tired from that. And we hauled a big old Abrams tank. How far did we go with that?
About 1,300 miles, I believe.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, so it was farther than what we're doing now. And we had a few occasions where we had to stop quickly. And it was tough. I even bumped into somebody, one of the other guys, once. Because the game fairly accurately represents or recreates, you know, how hard it is to stop a heavy load like that.
Practically have no brakes.
It felt like that at times.
Go straight.
The engine brake sure helped a lot. Let me get up top here.
If the door's in real life, when they pull you into a way station like that, how do they send the message to you and how do you receive the notification?
Did you hear that beep, 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 beep sound? You see that blue thing in the dash, or in the windshield at the bottom center? That is a transponder. And it is tied into their system. That is an optional device. You actually have to pay a subscription fee to the company that owns that. Well, yeah, they own it. It's theirs. But it's the same thing. It's an Easy Pass. And
Sorry.
so
Straight.
when you register your truck with that company, and the DOT has that in their database. So back farther, there's a I'm trying to remember what it's called. It's like a pre-screening transponder reader, and it reads your transponder in their system, and it decides whether or not. I mean, there's several things that have to happen here. It first determines whether or not your company or anything associated with your DOT number has any flags that they need to pull you in for. If you've got a pretty clean record, like you've passed a number of inspections, you tend to get more bypasses. The other thing that they're doing, and you probably didn't notice it, there's actually a scale in the pavement. Right after that, I believe, or somewhere close to it. It's not a very accurate scale, but it'll actually measure each axle as you cross over it, and it tallies up what that weight is. And so if you're close to the limit of 80,000 pounds, they'll pull you in and weigh you. So there's two things that's going on there. They need to know whether or not you're someone that needs to be inspected or have your documents looked at, because maybe you or your company has a history of being problematic in that area, or if you're heavy. So it's a pre-screen scale, and then the next transponder thing tells, or the next radio thing tells your transponder bypass or go in. So there'll be another one coming up. I'll try to remember to look for it. Actually, let me look for it right now, because they are periodic. So the next one is tomorrow. We'll hit one here. I don't believe there is another one today. Nope. Because we're only driving to right here. So.
Okay, you're not using coast to coast on this one, are you?
No. I'm using the basic SCS base game and all of the DLCs, the map DLCs. Then I'm using mostly Steam mods, plus the Kriechbaum engine sound mod, which is not a Steam mod, and the military cargo pack, which is not a Steam mod. So I think I've got 24 mods. The list is in the description.
I have Carlos Jackal,
Jackal. Yeah, Carlos.
Go
yeah,
straight.
David Valpil joining.
Welcome, guys. Thanks for joining us on the live stream. How many viewers do you see right now?
36.
Okay. I mean, I'll see more detail on that at the end, but I always wonder.
Yeah. I have a Mel. He said there's also certified weigh stations at some truck stops that can pre-qualify you for some bypass.
Well, I'm not aware of that, but there are scales at most truck stops, but that is for driver use. So you can check to make sure after you get loaded, you can check to make sure that you're not overweight overall, or that no particular axle group is overweight. So 80,000 pounds is what most tractor trailer rigs have as their gross vehicle weight. But your trailer tandems can't be more than, if you've got two axles, you can't be more than 34,000 pounds on the trailer, or 34,000 pounds on the drives, and typically 12,000 pounds on the steers. So that totals up to 80,000. This is Western Express again. We got to stay in the right lane. I better stay behind him. Anyway, so you do that. You go to, after you get loaded, and if you feel like you might be overweight on any axles, or just because you're heavy, you go to the scale. It weighs all three axle groups independently. 1 second.
Right. You're going to hit something.
Okay, Dad. It weighs all three axle groups independently on the scale, and then you go inside and you pay for the scale ticket, and it tells you what your weights are. I've done a couple of videos on that in my my real life vlogging videos, where I actually detailed what I did. Actually, I've done like 3 or 4. So if you run into a problem during that scaling, you slide your tandems on the trailer forward or backward to shift the weight if necessary. If you can't adjust the weight, or if you're overweight, you have to go back to the shipper. Because if you go to a scale, a state scale, and you're overweight, they'll shut you down if it's heavy enough. Either way, you're getting a ticket. But if you're really bad overweight, they will shut you down, and you have to have someone come out and, like with a forklift, and move the freight around or pull it off. It's an ugly mess. I've never had to do that. I've always made sure I was legal before I got too far down the road.
Yeah, I was going to ask you a question about that one. When you pick the load up, whether you're a company driver or IC, independent contractor, what happens if the load's overweight before you get going down the road? Can you say, hey, to the shipper and say, hey, this is overweight? Yes,
you bring the scale ticket back, and you go back to the shipping office. You show that to them, and they'll rework the load. I have had to do that a few times. Not a lot, but a few.
Go straight.
If I remember, when this when this live stream is over, if I remember, I'll try to link to one of the videos where I actually went through that process. Because some shippers will have a scale on property, and you can go through that whole process. You weigh one axle group at a time, and you can make all your adjustments before you even leave their property, and you don't have to pay for a scale ticket. That usually happens at places where you pick up beer loads. I've also had that in one of the videos that I did. Well, one of the videos I did, it was a beer load. But another one that I've done is when I picked up a paper load. Those are heavy.
Oh yeah, paper. Yeah.
Big, tall rolls of paper. And so sometimes they have a scale right there on property. So if I remember, I'll put one of those in the during the last 20 seconds of a video. You know, we can add things to go look at. But you could also probably go to my channel's homepage and click on the magnifying glass up at the menu area and type in scale or CAT scale, CAT. But try scale. See what comes up. I should have 4 or 5 videos like that. Coming up on Sacramento.
Yeah, JJ Man says he had a friend who loaded potatoes and was overweight. They refused to take some off. He told them one way or another that load was coming off. His way or their way, it didn't matter. Those potatoes were going off the truck.
Yeah. The driver is responsible. The driver is the one who gets the citation and the fine. So yeah, they got to take them off. And I would have said the same thing. Either you take them off or I start kicking them off.
Open rear doors up and floor it.
Yeah, I've picked up loads of potatoes myself, and they were loose. And as a matter of fact, there was a place in Eastern Washington. I picked up onions. and they had a scale right there on site, so I could scale out. Welcome to Sacramento.
The door said, he laughed. In Indonesia, trucks are so commonly overweight, the driver just pays a scale guy, tell them to shut up and tell no one.
That's why their roads get tore up.
That's why they just bribe them to shut up.
Yep. That's, I mean, you wouldn't know it sometimes, but that's what keeps our roads from getting so torn up.
Keep left.
Yeah. She said the same thing. She said they told him they couldn't. He said, well, I can open the doors and floor it. You want that? Suddenly they took them off.
That's awesome.
I think they don't have to pay the fines, so they don't care.
Right. Yeah, I picked up a load of potatoes in southeastern Colorado, very close to Armagosa, where we picked up those tanks today. Very close to there. And they just loaded them on. They have this big hopper, and the potatoes go in loose, and they're on a conveyor belt, which goes into your trailer. And they just dump them on the floor in the trailer.
Wow.
What's really interesting is how... Oh!
Uh-oh.
My game completely died. Completely. Like, it's no longer running dead.
Wow, that sucks.
That's a first for me.
In a long time, yeah. You got that had happened.
No, I've never had this happen, where it completely shut down the game. I've had it go to the desktop and then crash.
That's what Ed said. Ed did the same thing, or was what it happened to him when he crashed. I
restarted my computer before I did this live stream. So let's see if I can load the last save.
Could possibly be looking at 100% damage. Don't give him that kind of curse.
Yeah. Let me see if I can just load.
Yeah, you're still hooked up and everything.
Yeah. It's like it does a save every 5 minutes or so.
I've had a crash or two like that, and I just load right back in, and I'm just like right there in the middle of the road, dead. Or not dead, but just shut off and start trucking, start moving.
Without loading the game? I mean, without loading a save?
Yeah.
Huh. I should have tried that.
Carlos says you've angered the gaming gods.
Metal man.
Wow. I kicked out my four ways because there was a truck barreling down on me.
Yeah, bedrock. So you lucked out, couldn't you?
Wow.
Yeah, I think when you crash the game, you just it's like some a lot of games you just blink out. You don't sit there on the road.
Well, welcome back to Sacramento.
Yeah, really. Oh yeah, game crashes, your truck disappears. You don't sit there and get rammed or
Keep
anything.
left.
At least on solo play, anyway.
Wow.
No, it's not normal for the game to crash, but it happens occasionally.
Yep.
Just the nature of gaming.
Well, it's really surprising considering that I just restarted my computer.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Oh well.
Really. So plus side, you didn't have to restart the stream.
Yeah.
No, you didn't miss his computer crashed after his truck did. The game crashed.
Right. Yeah.
He has to be Mr. Crash.
If it had dumped me back to the desktop, which is what I thought it did, then I almost certainly would have be piled up on a guardrail or something. But I could have just, you know, loaded a save like I did.
Oh, I guess you have to load a save, yeah. You can just let you start over. I thought about that. Wait a minute, you have to load a save no matter what.
I wonder what would have happened then if I'd have gone straight back into the game without loading. I mean, typically, when you come back into the game, I don't save on my way out. It auto-saves.
Yeah.
Now, this would not have been an autosave, so it probably would have grabbed the same save state that I loaded. Oh!
Again?
Yeah. It literally shut down the game. Well, let's see what happens if I don't load the save. Oh, wow.
Wonder if there's a new update. I don't know.
I don't either.
Or if it's a Steam issue.
That's
no,
the same place I started before.
Yeah, there's no update to ATS right now. At least not showing anything on Steam.
Let me get out of this guy's way.
Sacrifice to the gaming gods is required.
Probably. Well, I made it a little farther this time.
Well, I just checked my Steam Bedrock and nothing was going on. Still said play as normal.
Well, it should run fine. If Steam were to go down in the middle of my game, it would run fine because it's not linked to Steam once it's running. I mean, maybe linked, but...
Yeah, well, they were wondering if there was like an update.
Right.
In the middle of an update.
Now, if we were convoying and it went down, that's a different story.
Yeah.
We'd be disconnected from the server. Because the person who's hosting it would be connected to the server and then get disconnected. Well, we all would.
Man, I didn't see anything updating on Steam as far as ATS goes.
I didn't even look.
No, I popped it open real quick. I haven't updated one of my games, but not ATS.
Uh-oh. I have other problems. There it goes. Nope. My head tracking's not working.
I just saw that. Or if that's what caused the issue, I wonder.
I wouldn't think so. Boy, I'm so used to having head tracking now.
I know.
I just want to get over onto the shoulder. I guess I could just pull in right now. It's too late now.
I didn't have a single problem during the whole convoy.
I know.
And you hosted it.
Wow. I was gonna pull over and shut it down naturally. Just checking my head tracking is working.
Yeah. Ed says he doesn't have head tracking. His still crashed. SCS, it's the mods. Yep, that's what SCS would say. You reported it. Turn off your mods.
Yeah, I got 25 mods. I'm seeing that now.
Yeah, somebody's suggesting looking at your task manager and see if something in the background's running.
That wouldn't cause this. That would cause the game shutting down to the taskbar or the desktop. That's not what this is. This is the game crashing completely.
Yeah. XLT says something about checking the game
Pedal
logs.
to the metal, man.
Yeah, that I should do.
I don't know where that's at.
I don't either.
Check your game logs. Give the warning is what XLT says. Mike Kildare says, what's up? Man, what's up, man?
Hey, Mike. We're having some exciting fun here, let me tell you. All right. So, here's what I'm going to do. Oh, head tracking's working. I'm going to shut down the game normally, and it will save right where I'm at on the shoulder. Yes, Hendrik, it is, or Ed, it is taking me completely out of ATS. So now I've shut it down. And I'm going to restart it. Let me check Steam quick. There is a download, but that's for Euro Truck. Well, that was about 10 minutes ago that it did that. That's Euro Truck Simulator. Oh, you probably can't see that.
No. I didn't check it.
You're only going to see a blank screen.
Yeah, we just have a black screen with your mug in the bottom corner.
Yeah, because it's only looking for the game, which you see now.
And Mike says he likes the game so far. We'd like it more if it'd run.
Right, which it has been all day. I spent about 6 hours convoying today. Just gonna launch it.
Pedal to the metal, man.
Head tracking's working.
No, he's not doing World of Trucks load. He's just doing standard freight market load.
Right.
And solo profile.
Are you really gonna wait for me?
Probably. Yeah. Nope. No, he's going.
Just slowing down.
I'm not sure, Adam. Don't know if it's Steam or ATS.
I would say it's almost certainly ATS. Oh, I was going to look at the, well, I'll do it later. I don't want to slow down the stream any more than it already has been. Who knows what the shortcut key is for saving the game? Is it Control S while you're driving?
Oh, God, I don't remember.
Let me see. Nope. How about S? Nope. I should see a little twirly thing in the top left corner. when it saves.
Shoot, I can't remember. Ed's saying he thinks it might be one of the new mods that we put in because he never had this issue before.
I've never had this issue before, and I am running the same mods I've been running. So I have no change in mods. Alright, I'm gonna check. Well, I don't want to do it while I'm driving. I better. Momentarily. I'm going to check my options.
I don't know what game you're playing, Rockstar. This is a American Truck Simulator on Steam.
Quick save. Scroll lock. Huh.
Oh, I was just getting ready to Google that.
So if I hit scroll lock, yep, there's the save.
Yeah.
So now we've at least got through Sacramento before if I have to reload.
Keep left.
This is kind of crazy. And we're not far from where we're stopping for the night. Now, when I do this restart, I only load the things associated with doing this. And I did load them in a slightly different sequence. Oh, there it goes.
Oh, what the?
I loaded them in a slightly different sequence, which should mean nothing.
Press scroll lock every minute.
Yeah.
Man, I admit that the game does have pretty good autosave in it.
David, the only thing that you have to put in is your email address and your credit card information. But it's XLT, show me where to find that. Is that going to be in the American Truck Simulator? The brighter lights mod? Well, I don't need it. Game crash? Oh, you can't see this. Sorry.
Bedrock says he had the same problem about 3 or 4 weeks ago. He had a mod that wasn't updated. It caused the same problem. But we're all running.
Okay. I got the crash log, but anyway, I'm not going to worry about that. I tell you what I will do, though. I will take out the bright lights just in case. David, the Buy Me a Coffee website uses state-of-the-art encryption stuff for e-commerce. So if you're doing anything on Amazon or anywhere else, then Buy Me a Coffee is safe. And all you have to do is enter your email address. Yes, black background, I know. Here's a different one. There's a blue one.
When that's all I had to do when I bought that one for $1. It was just my email address and credit card number is all I had to do.
Okay. Let me fire up the game. I'll take out bright headlights. We're not going to be driving tonight anyway. Okay, here's a question. Why is that not showing up right now?
Blue is better. Yay, thanks.
Black or blue?
Trucker King uses Apple Pay with it.
Oops, I took this out by mistake. So, no, I don't use that one. I use the other JC. Yep. 24. Yep. So I took out bright headlights. We'll see what happens.
He's like, Bedrock's like, don't get discouraged, Boomer. We're all here. We are all here still with you. Oh, Bob.
Awesome.
Can't reaver the crap.
Well, I appreciate you guys hanging with me. I mean, we were only minutes away from parking for the night.
Pedal to the metal, man.
On game.
Don't wear in me. Don't tase me, bro. Hey, Ed, thanks. I feel better now.
GD80 Gaming is just joining me.
Keep left.
We're just having a couple little game crashes, no problem.
What's the name?
GG80 Gaming.
Okay. Well, welcome to the live stream. Hopefully you've missed out on all of the bad stuff. Hopefully there'll be no more bad stuff. Oh, I'm speeding. Let me do a quick save. Let me do another one.
Oh. Hey, Trucker Games, what's up? Trucker Games just joined now.
Trucker King! Or Trucker Games?
Trucker Games.
Oh, yeah! He took a 12-hour nap. I saw his comment.
Yeah, Trucker King's in there too as well.
Right, Trucker Games. It's hard to hear with this engine noise. Yes. Uh-oh, there it goes. That didn't help. That wasn't it. I was saving it every minute. Yeah, Adam, that's tempting. But just the idea that I would have to keep reloading is crazy. Do I dump another mod? With the exception of Southern Truck Stops by SouthernMan, all of these mods have been running for quite a while.
I've never even heard of that one before.
Yeah, it's kind of new, but we're not at a truck stop. I'll get rid of it just in case.
Trucker Games, the game keeps crashing on him in his solo profile here. We ran all day in convoys, no problem. Now he's running solo and the game's crashing.
I've not been to this place. In Wyoming?
Rock Springs.
Uh-oh. Game content change detected, updated. I better not take my load away. Oh! I'm back at my home base. No load. I'm in Reno. Let me see if I can load. That's the one I just loaded. Or attempted to load. If it does it again, I'll put that. Nope. Back in my.
Yeah, your load is removed every time you remove a mod, what Trigger Game says.
Oh, not every time. Because the first one didn't do that.
Yeah, bright lights, yeah.
I will put that. Yeah, I removed bright lights. What was the other one I took out?
That
Truck stops.
truck stop one you just took out?
And that was like in the second position.
That one. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I mean, that particular mod should have nothing to do with driving down the highway. Only at a truck stop. Oh, I got no load. Oh. S-Cop bought me a coffee. Thank you, S-Cop. Oh.
Well, ATS had a little 7.6 megabyte update earlier. 7:21 p.m. That's right after we convoyed.
Okay, here we go.
Sure did.
That's got to be it. I didn't see it, so maybe it was trying to do something while... I don't know.
Looked like he did it right after we got done convoying. It's a little tiny one.
That's all it takes.
I had to go to my Steam history and look that up.
Do you even listen to me?
No, I don't.
Keep left.
Quick save. So what is this, like the fourth time we'll be driving through Sacramento? Ah. Quick save. I don't really want to keep doing that though. So if it does it again,
Keep left.
maybe I'll park. Or I'll start in Reno or whatever. Grab a new load. Maybe I'll even take off the military cargo pack. Someone has bought me a coffee. Thank you, someone. Yeah, you could put your name in there.
Oh, I did. I was just trying. I did that.
Oh,
And
did you?
I did it. Yeah, I was checking the system out, like, because Dave was still having problems. Yeah, it just asked me for my email. And that was it.
Email address, credit card information, and zip code.
I just paid with Google Pay, so I didn't have to do anything with my email.
Oh. I was just about to hit quick save. Okay. Well, I don't want to let the audience down. It's only been a little over an hour and 10 minutes. We've driven through Sacramento 4 times. I think I will should have gone and looked at Steam. I don't see any updates. How do you check the history? You go to the library?
View downloads, I think is what I did. Yeah, go to view and downloads.
Oh,
and pull up the history.
another someone. I think I was clicking on the wrong coffee links before. Well, thank you for persevering. Do what now? Soul?
Yes, at the very, very top left corner, it says Steam, View, Friends, all that good stuff, a little itty bitty.
What am I looking for?
Go to View Downloads, and it'll bring up the download screen of what's downloaded recently.
Well, isn't that the same thing as clicking on the thing? Yeah, I already did this. Only Euro Truck. Wait, this says that American Truck Simulator is running right now. Oh, it is running. Duh. Okay, let me check here.
What if you need to restart Steam and everything for some dumb reason?
Well, there's an idea.
No, he's not running any maps on this one, Trucker Games. He's just running the standard ATS DLC stuff.
I will restart Steam. Is there a thing where you can say you restart?
You have to close it. Wait a second, start it back up.
Okay.
Oh. I turned sailing ban off. A little toasty.
Now let me check my downloads. I don't see any recent history. Yeah, now you can see my desktop for a minute. So
Pink Floyd.
that's my part of my logo.
Yeah.
For not this, but for other things. So let me launch the game.
Again? Oh my god.
What?
Trucker Games, it looks like the Sound Fixes pack version 22.7 was updated. Like every other week, that thing's updating.
Yeah. I should go back and see if I've got the current one. Because it should have auto-updated it.
Yeah, should have.
$22.57. But it may be that I needed to restart Steam for that to take effect. Is that what he said? $22.57?
Yeah.
I can't cross those fingers. I can't cross my fingers. I'll cross these ones. I used to be able to do that when I was younger. Not much younger. Oh. Still got that.
See, updated July 23rd, 5:23 a.m. So it did update this morning.
Well, in theory, then I should have had it when the first time I booted up this morning.
Oh, Dixie May, that's Paul. He's on Honey's tablet.
My head tracking's not working again.
Hey, look. Somebody named Lude, L-U-D-D-E, I'm assuming, says, I remember when you were talking about how the keyboard steering was starting to become a pain. It's so crazy that you have come so far. Keep up the good work. Much love from Bucharest, Romania.
Thank you. I have come a long way. Oops. Oh.
Everybody joined the 5th ride through Sacramento.
Oh, I got a little farther this time before, or my quick save.
Did it dump again?
No, but my head tracking's not working.
Oh.
So it should be like, there's my head tracking.
My God, you have a lot of little things across the bottom.
Down here? Is that what you're talking about?
You have a ton.
I do, because I have a lot of stuff going on. I've got my all my Adobe stuff, Camtasia. Links in the description. Microsoft Outlook, Word, Excel.
I have like 4 past the factory ones.
Yeah, I got a lot going on.
That's right. I see something different every time we go through Sacramento.
I just want to get to the truck stop and park for the night.
Trucker Game says it's the only mod he's found so far that's updated.
Sound fixes?
Metal Man.
Yeah. XLT, well, I guess Sacramento don't want you to leave.
What's that?
XLT 588 saying, well, I guess Sacramento don't want you to leave.
Maybe that's it. It's like the Twilight Zone.
Groundhog Day.
Yeah, Groundhog Day. Head tracking is working. We're cruising down the highway. Quick save.
Trucker Games, it's that Cali triangle.
I said bad things about California earlier, and now I'm trapped. And by the way, Sacramento, that's the state capital. That's where all them crazy authoritarian oh.
You just start talking bad about California again.
Oh, this is insane. I want to make sure my head tracking is working. I did toggle it off a moment ago. Now it's, I don't know why it's not working. Let me shut it down. Okay, that's good. Shut down Steam. Wait a moment. I'll just launch the game and it'll launch Steam. Normally I launch Steam on its own.
Pedal to the metal, man.
Hey, we don't have to drive through Sacramento again. I'm not saying anything more about it.
Boom. What the hell?
Wow. Um, Thought I would at least share something while I'm percolating that. Well, let me show you some loads. This is me getting loaded in the middle of the street in New Jersey, I think it was, or Eastern Philadelphia or Pennsylvania. I think those were novelty items like ashtrays and things. Crazy. Batteries for like ATVs and stuff. I think that's what that was.
There's some big batteries in there.
Yeah, it was a battery place in Oregon, south of Portland. I picked these up. I don't remember where I took them. Ah, this was interesting. Eucalyptus pulp, wood pulp.
Interesting.
It from Brazil. I picked this stuff up at the Port of Baltimore because we don't have trees in the U.S. Port of Baltimore, which is on the east coast of the U.S., took this load to Green Bay, Wisconsin, to a factory that made tissue, like toilet paper and facial tissue. And they used this eucalyptus wood pulp to make some kind of fancy tissue, I suppose. Paper. Actually, it's tissue paper. Cascades Tissue Group. This was St. Helens, Oregon, which is northwest of Portland, right along the Columbia River in Oregon. And let me see. How heavy is it? Is this the weight? 3,461 pounds? I'm not sure that that's correct. It might be 1,664 pounds. That's probably correct.
That's a big roll of toilet paper.
Right. That's what they did with this. This is a completely different load. This is tissue paper I picked up at this pulp mill or whatever it was in Northwest Oregon, and I took it to Kingman, Arizona, to a place that made toilet paper. And that's what's that? Here are some planters I picked up in Phoenix. You can't tell, but inside these are like terracotta plant. I don't know if that's what they are, but they're planters. I picked them up in Phoenix, took this load to St. Louis, and there was some kind of a development happening downtown, some new building or something. And these were going to be some of the outside architecture, or they're planters. They put plants in them.
Stuff to make the outside look pretty.
Yeah, make the outside look pretty. This is recycled, or what's going to be recycled cardboard. It's actually the waxy type, a little bit, but it's cardboard. Bundled up. Picked this up in somewhere in California, not too far from where I kept crashing just a minute ago. I don't remember where. I want to say Fresno, but I don't think it was. Anyway, took this load to Flagstaff, Arizona. And the place in Flagstaff, Arizona turned this. They recycled it into paper towels that you get in the restroom. You know, the brown paper towels? You pull it down, you got one sheet that folds.
Yeah,
That's what they turned that into.
that's interesting.
Scrap metal, probably aluminum. Picked up this load, I think, in Alabama, and took it to Nogales, where this trailer was then taken across the border into Mexico. Nogales, took it to Nogales, Texas. This trailer was then taken across the border after I dropped it off, and it was used down there to make other things. Oh,
Wow, that's why they just poured that in there.
how do I not have audio on there? Here we go. I cannot hear this. Oh, there we go. Can you hear that? Did you hear that?
No.
Well, that's too bad.
Oh,
Then
I have YouTube turned off, so you have so we don't have an echo.
Oh, well, I'll do it again. Well, don't want an echo. Okay, ask anybody else in the audience. Can you hear this?
One that says they can hear it.
What's that?
Yeah, they can hear it. Ed says they can hear it.
Okay, because it's really loud for me. I got to turn it down.
Yeah. Yes, the stream can hear it.
Okay, good. All right. This is video of this guy in the forklift is unloading rolls of paper.
You got a paper grab on.
Yeah, Solar, I can't hear you if you're talking.
Oh, sorry. I got mumbling to myself.
Oh. I believe this was in Pennsylvania somewhere. Not that that matters, because I've done a lot of paper loads. This is what they do with these paper rolls. They turn them on their sides, and then they get queued up, and then they get put into these machines here that they make stuff, either books or pamphlets or newspaper flyers or newspapers. This is the forklift with that device, that with the big clamp. Another view of it.
Put the squeeze on somebody with that.
Oh yeah, it literally will grab them big rolls, and this thing actually rotates.
That's cool.
This is like tree bark, a mulch. This is in southwestern Washington. I can't remember the name of the town, but this town is actually modeled in the game. They are loading. They pour in. Well, you can't see what I'm pointing at. If you can see my mouse, there's a conveyor here that dumps into this hopper, that then further dumps it onto this conveyor and onto this conveyor extension. And that extension goes into the trailer, and they can control how far it goes in. They can actually retract it. Like a fire engine hook and ladder thing. That's what it's like. And that's how they load some of the mulch in to the first hopper. And that's what it looks like in my trailer. And then I would take and go and they have a scale on site, and then I would check all my weights. And just to make sure I'm not overloaded. If I was overloaded, they could just pull some off. This is my rig in a southern suburb of Chicago. So I would just call it Chicagoland generically. This is one of the toughest backing jobs I've ever had to do in real life.
Oh my God, I can see why.
You see that SUV directly in front of me? Is in my way. Now, I had to actually back this. This is a true alley dock. I had to back down a ramp there was only a couple, 2-3 feet of space on either side of my trailer. So there's you can't see the bottom, but the concrete revetment that goes down the wall on either side of me. This was configured in such a way that I could not do a standard back. In other words, I could not go down the street towards the white pickup truck down there and then do a standard back. I had to do a blindside back.
I was getting ready to ask about that.
And during the process, I had to not hit that telephone pole or the concrete revetments or that SUV. One of the most challenging backing jobs I've ever had to do.
What a pain in the rear.
Yes, it was. These are, what's that?
Did you do like 20 pull-ups to get in there?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, it was like the Austin Powers thing. It was a nightmare. I think this is glue. Yep. Liquid glue. Picked this up in Berkeley, California. Not sure where I took it, but I believe this is the glue that's used for bookbinding. Paper. Special.
Ed asked, when unloading the mulch, did they have to lift the whole truck and trailer or just the trailer to empty it?
Just the trailer. I'm trying to remember where I went with that load. I don't recall. But there's if I can find, I have some video of that process for a different product. Anyway, this is some very special paper. I can't see, where did I pick this up at? This might be at Quad Graphics, so that might be where it's going. Waseca, Minnesota, I don't know. Anyway, I picked up a lot of loads like this. And this was some high quality paper. This is the weight, 3,177 pounds. This one's 3,285 pounds. And I had a good dozen of these in my trailer. This is, yes, they are. Here's a completely different load of paper. 3,602, 3,604 pounds. Sappy. Don't remember where this was or where it went. This was interesting. I was making delivery. Look, nappies for Talpa. This is a load of diapers. As I opened up the right door, I saw that the pallets on the left side were collapsing. So before I opened the left side, I took these pictures. And I think what happened was that they came out with a forklift and picked these off the tail. There's another shot. Okay, here's another place that I took paper to, a completely different one. This is, I'm pretty sure this is Omaha, Nebraska. Yeah, Omaha, Nebraska. Picked this paper up probably in Washington State and drove to Omaha. In fact, I'll bet you I picked this load up in Usk, Washington, which is north of Spokane. And this is the machine they put the paper into. You see the tracks on the floor? These shuttles, I'll call them, when they need a new roll of paper, they slide back on the rails. And then the operator will load the paper into the shuttle, and then it'll slide back in place, and then it'll go through the process. I think the guy told me that they were making coupon booklets or pamphlets or something. I have video of this place. Look at all that paper. More video. my blog.
Yeah. Look in the chat there real quick. Boomer, a Christian. I'm not going to try to pronounce that last name.
Yeah. Did they say something?
He's like, "Hey, Boomer, finally caught one of your live streams." He's a real life truck driver.
Awesome.
So,
Well, sorry that we weren't going to do. We pretty much crashed the ATS thing. But at least I thought I'd share some stuff.
he come on when
So
those
this
show
place
pictures of diapers falling
takes
down.
these
He's like,
big rolls.
"Load shift." That's why you never stand directly behind them when you open those doors.
That's right. You try and you be careful when you open even one side. You hold it when you're unlatching it, just in case something is going to fall out on you. Paper. Oh, I think I'm narrating this one. So this place takes these big rolls of paper, and when they're ready for them, they put them down here. They're rotated 90 degrees. They put them down here, and then that contraption right there rolls out on these rails, grabs the paper rolls, and then goes back into position. Then they feed the paper into that contraption, and then they use it to print whatever they're working on. They have different types of paper for different types of materials that they're printing. I'm not sure what they print here, but it could be anything. It could be advertisements, could be booklets, could be books. Just depends. Case lounge cushions. I picked these up in Southern California, probably San Bernardino or something near there. They're cushions. They hand loaded this whole trailer. It took quite a while.
Dang.
I don't remember where I took them, but let me see if I can zoom in. No, can't read it. Fertilizer, bagged fertilizer. So, or grass seed. That might be what it is. Grass seed that I picked up in Oregon. Probably took it to Tractor Supply down in Casa Grande, Arizona. Probably. Yeah. Yeah, they're everywhere. Oh, this is the place I think I picked up the grass seed. This is also in Washington, or maybe this is the one that had the mulch. No, this is the same place that did the mulch. I'm just picking up something else. It's not grass seed. It is bagged up mulch instead of loose. I had to back up to this ramp back here. It's an outdoor ramp, and they just rolled up there with the forklift and loaded me up. That's another shot of the ramp. More paper. I did so many loads of paper from all different parts of the country. More paper. This says GP Batavian in New York. That's probably just where the headquarters are. I picked up so many paper loads out of central Maine, Washington. Oh, I can't even keep track of it all. Oh. These are cat trees, or whatever they're called.
I can't really say those look like.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what they're called. But yeah, carpeted cat trees. Going to some distribution center for a pet warehouse. This is... What's that?
Did you let Trucker Kitty have some fun?
No, this is no. That would have been nice.
Yeah,
this, I have picked up a few of these loads of this in Portland. And I think this particular load was in Riverside County, is where I delivered. And these are... They have pipes inside somewhere. They're part of the a septic system for the drain field. So these things actually get buried, and the pipe system from the septic tank runs into these, and then it spreads the effluent out into the drain field. That's kind of the way it was explained to me. There's a little closer shot.
Ed, we can play Guess the Load.
Yeah, good play, guess the load. What's this load? Damaged foam cups and lids. Yeah, this was, I took a picture of this to send it in because this stuff got damaged, so I had to report it. More
7-Eleven.
more paper for recycling. I have no idea what this is,
Pipe.
but it's going to Lowe's.
JJ asked, did you get tired of paper loads?
No. They're heavy, but they're consistent. I did a lot of them, and the only thing that I did not like about some of the paper loads, like the fancy paper, is you have to, when you get to the shipping yard, you have to thoroughly sweep out your trailer, and then it has to be inspected because it can't have a bunch of dirt and grit and grime on the floor, or it will damage the paper. So that's the only thing I didn't like about it, but I got over that. Here is a load of wood, kind of a specialty load that I pulled out of Skagit County, Washington, not far from where I went to high school. Just a coincidence. This wood smelled really good. Here's the place I picked it up from. That's not it. So I guess that's the only other picture. So it was just a place that did wood. So let me go on to the next thing. What is this? Oh yeah. I did a whole video with this, so I won't play it. Okay, I'll play a little bit of it. So see these blue pallets? These are CHEP pallets. It's a company. The place I was, this is actually in near Yakima, Washington. Not in Yakima, but near Yakima. And this company, they preload everything on those blue CHEP pallets because most of their customers are CHEP customers. The place I was taking them to is not. And the place I was taking them, this product to, was the Clark County School District here in Las Vegas. Just a coincidence. So it swaps them out. The next video will show a different view.
It's an interesting little way of doing it.
It is.
They're like, nope, you're not getting our fancy pallets. Too bad. You get the crappy wood.
That's right. So here's another view. So they set it on the lower shelf. And that piece on the right side shoves out the blue pallet and holds up the product. And then he brings this cheap pallet over, gets into position, holds it underneath, holds that lanyard thing, and then that shelf retracts. And that's how they change out the pallet. I had never seen that before I went to that place. And yeah,
I've never. Well, that's pretty cool.
it is. And this actually is the Treetop Warehouse in Sulla, Washington, which is, now they're loading the stuff into my trailer. Sulla is a suburb of Yakima.
Wow, he just ran that stuff right in there. 2 pallets at one time.
Yeah. Here's some more damaged product.
Oh, not my Dove soap. Oh, no.
Another view of it. A lot of times when stuff is damaged, we either, the receiver refuses that part, and then we have to deal with it. We have to either give it away somewhere or whatever. I've given away a lot of food to like home food shelters. This isn't food, but that's the kind of stuff that would also be donated. More damage. 55-gallon drums of something. Don't recall. Pallets. There's those CHEP pallets.
Wow.
And this is how they get moved around. A flatbedder will load up all these CHEP pallets and they'll send them from one place to another. So I guess this place has an excess, and so they're being relocated somewhere else. And that's how they load them. And then the flatbed driver will, or somebody will strap these down. And that's me moving the only container I've ever moved in my trucking career. And this was in Phoenix. That container and trailer was in the door that I needed to put my trailer, which is in the background. So I had to drop my trailer on the street, hook up to this container chassis, move it out onto the street, disconnect, go hook up to my trailer, and go back in the dock so I could get loaded. Yeah, it was an empty container. And that's the end of this batch of photos, which actually that was more stuff than I thought. Tell me when you've had enough. I'm not going to show all of this. This is way too much to show, but I want to show a couple of things. This is at the Blue Diamond Mine outside of Las Vegas. And I had to go up this rickety road. Let me see if this plays it. This is really old video. With a really bad dash cam. So I drove up to this mine. Now I'm not going to play this whole thing. I'll jump ahead. Because this is like 5 minutes. Now what happens here, let me turn this down because I can't hardly hear myself. When you first get here, you have to pull, once that guy moves, I have to pull up onto the scale. And there's somebody inside this shack, they're going to give me an empty weight. Then I'm going to go get loaded, and I have to come back here and get a loaded weight. And whatever the difference is the net. That's how much product they loaded on me. Well then, I should have just let it go. So, hopefully, you'll hear some of the interaction, which is not much. So if you look right here, oh, I guess I'm in the way. In that mirror, you might see somebody poke their head out. Or not.
Hi. So you want a pickup number?
Yeah, go ahead.
3500 460.
And your name?
Rick.
And your
Trucker Games, is that the gold mine up north of Salt
297.
Lake?
No, this is Blue Diamond Mine outside of
131
Las Vegas.
Schneider.
So this is southwest of Las Vegas. There's actually a road coming off the freeway called Blue Diamond Road. It's also a state highway. So I got off of that to drive up to this mine. This is a gypsum. Well, not gypsum. It's minerals. Okay, so then I get off the scale. And then I come back down here. And I'm going to go get loaded over here. I'm going to get this line of trucks.
This line.
You know, everybody's empty. I'm just going to jump ahead. You see in this truck right here? He's getting loaded. There'll be a better view of it. He's loaded. Sounds like I'm making a smoothie. I think that's what I'm doing.
Trucker Gang said he used to deliver wheels for loaders there.
What's that?
Trucker Gang said he used to deliver wheels for loaders there.
Wheels for loaders? Oh, for the okay, cool. Now this truck is gonna back in. I'm just gonna jump into the next video. Watch this guy. See can you see my mouse?
Yeah.
So he's gonna back in, and this thing's gonna be right inside his trailer. There's somebody back here that we can't see right now who's telling him how far to back up.
If you poke a hole through your trailer, you know you went too far.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna jump ahead now. So he's gonna they're gonna load this. They're gonna load him. That's a conveyor belt. Oh, I can hear Trucker Kitty. Jump ahead. All right, now he's moving forward, and they'll have him stop, and they'll load some more. You can probably see that operator there as he walked back. So you can't really see much of anything else. There'll be another view. So he pulled forward again. Now the next guy is going to get up there. So I just pulled up. So now the next truck is backing up.
Again. Now what's it got to say?
I'll just speed this up a little bit. So kind of the same
Well,
process. Go ahead.
How long did it usually take them to load up?
Just a few minutes. Maybe 5 minutes.
That's not bad.
Now there's the guy in front of me. So he's next. So now we'll see a better view of it. So there's a hopper over here, and these big loaders come over and they dump the mineral dirt in that, and then it comes up on the conveyor. There's the operator. But now we'll get a good view of him. And the other truck is over here on the right. Now he's backing up.
Trucker Gang said, yeah, us flatbed drivers don't have to back up as everyone else always says.
Right.
Night transportation. I've seen a few blue trucks around.
Oh yeah, they're a national carrier. I believe they were bought by Swift. Okay, then he's going to start up the conveyor. I don't know if we'll be able to see it moving. I'll just pick up the speed. It's probably moving. That's why the dust's all kicked up.
Trucker Gang said we call them K-Swift.
Yeah. I hadn't heard that, but it makes sense. And now he'll load some more. Then move up some more, load some more. Now he's done. And it's my turn.
Yeah, it didn't take very long at all to move the truck up.
No. I mean, these are 5-minute segments. So there I am moving. and I'm probably done. Okay, so that's getting loaded at the mine. Somewhere I should have some pictures. I think this is me driving out to the mine. These are a little out of. Yep, this is the mine entrance on Blue Diamond Road. Yeah, I had to drive up this road in my rig. Oh, it's choking on the video.
Well, he says that Swift is trying to buy Warner right now.
Really?
Pretty soon, everybody's gonna be a Swiftie.
Yeah. Yeah, this talks about some of the rules and stuff and whether or not they're blasting this day.
Oh, okay. No blasting today.
Right.
Okay.
All right, so this is really bad video.
I'm assuming if they're blasting, that means you don't go pick anything up.
I guess. Okay, here I'm back onto the scale. It's probably the loaded weight.
Go ahead and give your broker, your dispatcher a call.
Oh, this is a different time, probably, because there was a problem. Hey, there's a Werner truck getting a trailer tire fixed. All right, I'm not going to play all this. This is just me calling in. There was a problem. So, yeah, this is a different time. So, I got some stills. I'll share those.
Well, he says no, gates will be locked on blast days.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't even know that. But that makes sense. No blasting today. It's a gypsum mine. Okay.
Put down gypsum mine.
So here's some more stills. All right. Now I'll show you how they unload this stuff.
Oh, I didn't know that. CV radios can interfere with blasting caps.
Yeah. So this is somebody else who's getting unloaded before me. I took this load, or one of the places I went to, several of the places I went to were in the California, like around Fresno area. And this is a landscaping place. They sell landscaping materials to landscapers. You have different grades of mulch, sawdust, different types of materials. And this is the stuff that I picked up at that Blue Diamond Road. It's used as fertilizer. It's intermixed in the dirt and the soil. Well, there's some narration here. I'm holding my phone to record this.
Yeah. Video's better, much better quality than
That's
that
what
dash
they're
camera
gonna-
you had.
What's that?
The video's a lot better quality than that dash camera you had.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I made some... Well, this is my phone, but I mean, later I made upgrades. Do to my trailer in a minute.
Fix that trailer right on up.
Yeah, you back onto that thing, then you disconnect and pull forward, and that's what they do. This is the first time that I went to one of these places. So I was kind of amazed at this. I didn't even know they did this. I've since learned that this is how they unload other things like potatoes that are loose.
Yeah, Trucker Games just actually asked Boomer, have you ever hauled potatoes or apples and had them floated out? Pretty interesting.
Potatoes. I've seen them. I didn't deliver to a Lay's plant, but I've seen trailers that were loaded with potatoes and they go into a similar contraption and they just raise up and the potatoes get dumped out the back. At a place that I picked up potatoes in Colorado, and I took them somewhere to the East Coast, North Carolina, I think. They didn't dump them like this. They used some kind of a device that went in there and paddled them out. I didn't get to see the process, unfortunately. So let me go to the next. There's no more video of that, but it's just more stills of that process. There's the material after it gets loaded Actually, this is after I arrived. So it actually retains its shape throughout that whole ride.
Doesn't look like very much in there, but
So it's heavy. So, I mean, I was pretty well loaded. So I have to back up this. And then disconnect, like I said, and pull forward while they do their business. So I think this is just more of the same here. I think it's a little better quality. I'm not going to play this. Oh, this is still anyway. Yeah, these are not video. These are stills. More of the dirt after I got loaded. This is another place that I got unloaded the same way. That's somebody else's rig. I'm just waiting my turn. Yeah, I just dump it out the back. That's my trailer there. This is actually quite interesting. That's my Freightliner. My Lemon.
James Thompson, you're living.
That truck was nothing but trouble.
What you mean, Burn? Pilot Pro made it back. Glad I made it back. This is interesting stuff.
Who was that?
Pilot Bro.
Okay.
This is interesting stuff.
Consolation prize.
Yeah, ATS crash.
Watch what they do here. They're shaking the trailer to get all of the stuff out. And then they drop it back down, and I'll hook up to it, drive it off. That appears to be everything in that folder. Let me see if there's anything else of interest. That's not what I was actually looking for, but yeah. There's my kitty.
Theodorus is leaving, saying goodnight.
Who is it?
Theodorus in.
Good night.
Hey, Kitty.
He's like, shut up and get in the truck. He loved to sit on my seat when I wasn't there. I don't know why that was. This is the Freightliner I had, I think. Pretty sure. There he is riding up there on the dash. This is one of my earliest trucks. I don't remember which one. Ah, he loves to sit up there in the sun. That's his little bed. Oh, it's my Peterbilt, my 587 Peterbilt. That's what that was. This is at home. And this is at home. My buddy. This is in the truck. He loves belly rubs. I'm not going to go too deep into this. See if there's anything else real quick. I did a video on Trucker Kitty's belly rubs. He loves belly rubs. I'll just play a little bit of it. I come back to the truck, and there he is in my seat.
Yeah, look who's happy to see me when I come back to the truck. Oh, rub my belly, Daddy, rub my belly. that hair. I gotta clean that up. Yeah, you don't care, do you? Rub my belly. Rub my belly.
Yeah, he'll just lay there and let you do that all day long.
Yeah, until he gets tired of it. I eventually had to get him to move. Doing the one thing he really doesn't like.
You know, he's got his own little seat. There's his own little bed over there. And he insists on sitting in my seat. Or lounging in it anyway. Yes. Yes.
No, JJ, unfortunately, Trucker Kitty is
All
not
right,
around
you get out of
anymore.
my seat. Get out of my
Hey,
seat.
thanks for
He went
watching
to the
this
Rainbow
video.
Bridge.
If you liked it, be sure to click the like button.
Yep. He passed away last year. There was something specific I was trying to find. I don't know that I'm going to find it in here. Maybe under images. Did I ever show you this? I may have. It's not a very good picture, but this is real life parallel parking a semi tractor trailer rig on a city street in Portland, Oregon. I literally parallel parked that onto the street in between cars. I actually had enough room to do it. Got lucky. It can be done, and that was blindside. Yeah, this I'm not finding the thing I was hoping to share. Frankly, I don't even remember what the heck it was. But here's a thing. Getting new windshield. So the windshield is out. There's the new one that they're prepping to go in. This is actually at our parking yard in Las Vegas.
Well, safe light.
Yep. That was an interesting thing. This, two things. This here is on US 395 in Northern California, north of Susanville. In the game, you can actually drive right by here in the game. I don't know if it reflects this accurately or not, but I had stopped to take a break on one of the pullouts because it was so pretty there. Actually, that's not what I'm trying to show you. I can actually show you a different one. I put my camera. Mounted my GoPro camera on the frame. I have a magnet base, and I'm backing it out of the shop, and my trailer is behind that Prime truck. This is Ontario, California, at the Petro. Let me turn this down. Did you say something to me?
I was looking at that kind of simple but effective anti-sway bar there.
Yeah. kind of a unique view. Now, if you can almost see my kingpin lock is mounted on the kingpin, and that's what this little square handle thing is. That's actually the handle for the kingpin lock. So all I was doing is getting lined up, and then I have to stop and get out and remove the kingpin lock. That keeps anybody from stealing the trailer.
Like we always used to say about locks, just keeps the honest people honest.
Yep, that's exactly what it does. So then, let me see what this is. Oh yeah, I mounted the camera. You can see there's a camera right here with the magnetic base. So it's looking right at the kingpin, and then I've got the camera that this is being filmed from is on a tripod. And this is what hooking the kingpin looks like in real life. Except for one problem. I had the trailer legs down too far and it pushed the trailer up. So it didn't hook. Now, I didn't know that at first. I'm like, why won't it hook? Do it again. Surely it will hook the next time. Nope. I did lock. Okay, I did get out. So here's a successful hook. I've moved the legs. So this is a video I've never published. So this is the this is the kingpin. The top half of this is looking from the driver's side, looking under the trailer. The bottom half of this video is looking at all of this from this camera right here. See now, see what the fifth wheel plate did? This is the way it's supposed to work. It's supposed to hit the bottom of the leading edge of the trailer and push the fifth wheel plate flat. And then it'll slide underneath. Then you do a tug test twice. And that's hooking a trailer. Yeah, I'm still not finding the things that I wanted to look at, but oh, whatever. Okay, not gonna do this forever. So we've been 2 hours and 14 minutes. So I'm sorry that we didn't get to drive from San Diego all the way to, well, past Sacramento. So it is what it is. So let me close this down. We're going back to black unless you like the blue. All right, guys. Thanks so much. We'll sort out what these problems are, get them fixed, and we'll do another stream another time. Oh, I haven't posted it yet, but I'm planning to stream live stream a convoy tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, with the crew from the Discord. So hopefully you can catch that. Hopefully my system will be working. All right, good night now.